Hi Mike, great session today. I've emailed across some screenshots and some reports from the flight scope, particularly the beginning of the lesson versus the end of the lesson mix for some interesting viewing in regards to your overall application of the club head from start to finish. So well done with that. In respect to the goal swing, or starting with the setup, what I'd like to see you do, something we didn't really mention today, is looking at your setup in regards to the tack and tilt swing pattern. We'd like to see the knees turned out in sympathy with the feet. What we've got here is a situation where both feet are turned out a little bit. I'd like to see them turned out just a degree or two more, but we'd like to see the knees go with it a little bit more, like you're seeing with Grant Waite on the right hand side. That's just going to make it much easier for you to keep turning during your goal swing. Having said that, handle the clubs in a good position, weight evenly distributed, slightly favouring your left side. However, if we go into the goal swing, what we're going to see is that we start by left tilting, turning and extending. We can see there's a definite move to the left shoulder working down and in. However, what we tend to do at this point is we tend to overextend. So we tend to straighten the back a little bit too much, partly due to the fact that the arms swing too far back. So we touched on that with a drill of putting the T-peg beneath the right armpit, keeping the arm on the rib cage. So I won't worry too much about that position at this stage. The key aspect of the swing that was lacking today was the movement in your hips. What we see is, from a good position at the top, the left hip tends to just clear. Doesn't really move forward a great deal, certainly not enough early enough. So the left knee struggles to get back, or struggles to get out in front of the left ankle, and because we don't have enough lateral movement in the hip, as we extend, there's nothing that can keep us down at the level of the golf ball. So we're sort of standing up and throwing the club head at it, trying to widen the swing radius as we come into the golf ball so that we make contact with it. What we suggested we do is make a little bit more of a lateral movement in the hip. So if we watch Grant Waite here on the bottom right, again, he's going to take the club back, he's going to left tilt and extend as he turns. Good centred position. He's now going to get that left knee working over the left ankle, out in front of the left ankle, and you can see there's a definite move towards his target with his hips as the hips clear. That is what allows him to stay down, and also what gives him some spine tilt to get some trajectory on his golf shots, and it also keeps the club travelling from the inside. So that movement towards your target with your hips and your downswing is very, very important. The exercise that we gave you initially was just to feel that you're going to move those hips towards your target. You can see there as you go through that exercise, the hips slide towards the target. That in turn allows you to get the centre in position, but move the lower centre of your hips forward. So you can see on that as you go through, your centre, your sternum doesn't move back, but as your hips move forward, you get the nice angle in your spine that's going to keep the club coming from the inside and allow you to attack the ball in a shallow angle, launching the ball much higher, and also, like we said, keeping the club on the inside. So the bit that was lacking was this movement forward in the hips. You saw a marked improvement in your overall ball striking. I'm sure you're happy with it, or certainly happier with it as the lesson ended. Like we said, if we can get together in a couple of weeks' time, we can try and work a little bit more on that face angle, because predominantly the face was coming in a little bit short, starting the ball left the target. Consequently, we need to cut across it to ever hit our intended target. Having said that, looking at your shot dispersion and looking at your overall, as I said, application of the club head from the beginning of your lesson compared to the end of your lesson, working your hips forward more towards your target in your downswing is a key aspect of the stack and tilt swing pattern that you have to introduce first of all before you work on any other area. So good luck with it. If you need anything between now and when we get together next, feel free to pick up the phone, drop us an email, or as I said, if you want to forward me some footage of your swing just for me to go over and advise you as to whether I think you're progressing properly, feel free to do so. But I think overall your ball flight and your quality of strike will tell you everything you need to know. Good luck with it and speak soon. Well done.